Yo guys, this is Crescent here. Today I'll be showing you my raid build, which is a really tanky build. It's a debuff build meant for leading or just like being a mid boy in your group. This is not meant to play solo, this build. Okay, let's just get straight into the sets. I want to keep this video really short. We are using 2 Bloodspawn, obviously as a DK. Ultimate is resource, that's why Bloodspawn is the best tanking set for DK. Durok's Bane, just to debuff your opponent by using from the 5th piece you can get Major Defile for 10 seconds. That is really good, and this set has a just cooldown of 1 second, that's why it's really good. This is your 30% debuff, and your 50% debuff is from your Fasala Skull set. You get another 50% just for 2 seconds, but it's good enough. 2 seconds and 10 seconds. If somebody hit you with a poison injection, they are goner, man. The stamina builds are really squishy against this build. Okay, so I'll be using 2 Fasala Skull on sword and board, and then rings, and then I'll be using 2 body. You can switch around, it doesn't matter. You can put rings here, you can put body pieces here, any way you like. But the only problem with these 2 sets which I'm facing is they don't come in sturdy, because you want to block a lot in this build. That's why impenetrable is not the best. You can have a few impen, like 4 impen, 3 sturdy. That's the best setup with the shields sturdy, but they don't come in sturdy. That's why I use most of them in penetration and impenetrable and infused, because I don't have other traits. So, and reinforce on the armor on the body is good, because it gives you a lot of armor. But other than that, yeah, you can just spec into CP for sturdy. Okay, so the potions I'll be using is the typical potions. I'll be using like the health stem, immune to knockback potions. The speed potion is really good as well when you're running, because this build is really slow. You don't have any major expedition, that's why this potion is really good. Tri-step pod is really good as well, so you can spam those igneous shield and stuff like that. Mainly these 3 potions I'll be using them. Alright, into the CP then. CP, where's the CP? Okay, CP. Right. So this is not a good setup actually. You should put more into bashing. Because I'm using an overall CP because I will switch my build every time. When I feel like doing PvE, I'll just stay on this, and when I feel like doing my typical solo build, then I'll just stay on this CP. That's why I didn't change my CP. But you can use your same CP, just make sure you don't have a lot in Mooncalf, make sure you have a lot in Warlock, and you need like 33 minimum into Shadow Ward, I would say, and Tumbling you need like 35 is good as well. You just need more into this tree, Shadow tree. Other than that, Blast, you can put more into Blast. More healing is good as well. You don't need all this weapon, crit blow. This is just for my DPS build, but I just leave it here. You don't need any into Mighty actually. Yeah, it doesn't really matter though, the blue tree, because more or less you just need some into Blessing, because this is offensive tree, so we are doing tanking, so this tree doesn't really matter. And the important tree is this one, the red color tree. The steed, you need 30 into resistance minimum. You can put a lot into Hardy, a lot into Animal Defender, a lot into Thick Skin, because you want to be tanky, and quick recovery as well. That is really important. So you want to focus more into I would say Thick Skin you need a bit more, because you're in the front line, you're going to take a lot of dots. Hardy as well, obviously you need some. Elemental Defender maybe not so much, because as a DK you got your passive to resist Magicka spells. Okay, so this part is done. The skills, yeah, skills are really important as well. Skills I'll be using on the front bar, Heroic Slash, just to gain back your ultimate. Assault Magicka is a form of healing. Evasion, just to go in as a front line. You like to use evasion over any other gap closest, because evasion stun your opponent, and you're running in a raid. So if the opponent is CC, your friends can jump on them. That's why evasion is really good. Igneous Shield, obviously your Major Mending, Resolving Vigor, your heal. Shield Wall, I haven't got this upgraded yet, but you want the one that reflect range spells. I can't remember what's the name. You want that morph, and let me check. Spell Wall, yeah, you want Spell Wall, reflect all projectiles. That is really good. This spell is really strong because it requires just 100 ultimate. That's why with Heroic Slash and Bloodspawn, you'll get this up every single time. And your back bar is your buff bar. Shuffle, obviously. Another Absorb Magic because you want to block every time. Igneous Weapon just for the guildies. You want it to buff their spell, major sorcery, minor brutality, and stuff like that. And Volatile Armor is just your buff as well. Just give you the major resolve. Conjugating Blood, this is just to increase your healing by 8%, nothing more. Of course, you can put other skills like you can put Root if you want, Choking Talents if you want, you can put skills if you want, but skills is not, reflective skill is not good because you already got this ultimate to reflect stuff. You can put Fossilize if you want to CC people. Cider Storm is good as well, reduce movement speed by 70%. It's up to you though, but this is the setup I like to play because the group I play with, the Astrum Guild, we are always moving, so all those AoE skills on the ground, they are not so good because we are always on the move. We are moving here to the next tower, top floor, bottom floor, middle floor, going into keeps, going out, something like that in open world. So yeah, this is the setup I like to use. And obviously Corrosive Armor is really good when you're fighting like those guild that just run Destro ulti, you know, like basically every single guild is running Destro ulti now, so you want to destroy them. Like let's say you're outnumbered, you're like a 6-man group and you're fighting a 12-man group. Okay, how you want to take that group down is you rely on Corrosive. You go in first with Corrosive, you let them hit you, and then your group mates will jump on them. That's usually the basic thing you do in this build. I'll show you the at the end with the combos what you should do. Alright, we are not using any poisons in this build, so that is kind of pointless. Basically, that's the build. I'll just quickly show what you would like to do when you're in a group. So if you're leading like me, if I'm leading, I'll just run around. Like let's say there's a 15-man group chasing us, like something like that, and we are like a maybe 10-man group or something. We're outnumbered, okay, basically. So you want to call your group to come behind line of sight, somewhere around here, and you tank around a choke point between this rock or a tree, something like that. Then you put up all your buffs and everything. You look at the situation. If you got Corrosive, you pop Corrosive when they're jumping on you. If you don't have it, usually you should have 100 ultimate for the shield. Then you pop the shield. You put your reflect on everything. That's how you tank. And then when they are on you, you just tell your teammate to, you know, do the typical 1, 2, 3 proxy, and then use your Destro out or something. Some ultis negate on you and just kill the opponent. That's how you play. Usually you rely on choke point. Like this is a good choke point, or this when the choke point is smaller, the better. Like this choke point on the stairs, this is a really good choke point. When it's smaller, it's better. So basically, this is how you play the build. You can modify the build to have more regeneration. You drop Fasalas, you can put something like a Pirate Bone set to get more regeneration, so you can spam rapids. But I like it when I'm full tank, so I just stay with 7 heavy. That's the way to go. Alright, so that's about it for this build. It's a short video. Hope you like it, and hope you enjoy the build. Then see you guys in Cyrodiil. Bye.